Alright, YouTube. Alright. I really don't got time to do this video this week, so I wanted to do it now. It's going to be a little fast, but I want to go over the next week game between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Pittsburgh Steelers. And our keys to victory, what we need to do, like I did with Dallas, but this is with Pittsburgh. First off, the oldest rival in the NFL, I believe. It's one of the oldest rivals. It may be the oldest, along with the Packers and the Bears. But I'm not sure. It's neither here or there. Look, Pittsburgh and Cincinnati always play each other tough. It seems like no matter how bad the other team is. Now, got shit in my eye here. But it's this is an important win for Cincinnati Bengals. If you're a Bengals player right now, this is where you need to make a statement. You really need to make a statement. On the road in Pittsburgh, you guys need to beat the Steelers in their house. And I'm telling you why. Andy Dalton, look, he's a good quarterback. I don't know what the fuck's in here, but Andy Dalton's a good quarterback. No question about it. We've established that. But their secondary is mediocre at best. I mean, it was nice to see the defense come up big. I mean, but they played the Philadelphia Eagles. I mean, that ain't worth bragging about. I mean, I'm glad the Bengals won. Don't get me wrong. I mean, I'm always happy when the Bengals win. But beating a 4-10 shitty Eagles team isn't something to brag about. I'm sorry. But, that being said, this is a win the Cincinnati Bengals need to do. If I'm Pittsburgh Steelers, it's a must-win. Come to find out, after losing to Dallas, if the Steelers lose next week, it's done. They're out of, their season's over. So if I'm the Steelers, it's a do or die. They have to win this game. Cincinnati, if they lose this game, they would have a slim playoff chance. They for sure would have to beat Baltimore the following week. And the way Baltimore's playing right now, I mean, they're falling apart. I mean, I don't know what the hell's going on with them, but they're falling apart. But, so, it's not out of the question that the Steelers or the Bengals could be the division winners this year. I mean, if Baltimore keeps falling apart. Now, if Baltimore wins next week, odds are that's going to seal the deal right there. But the thing is, Cincinnati needs to go in there and stop Roethlisberger. Now, the Bengals did get an early lead on the Steelers last time we played each other. I mean, the Bengals came out on fire. Looked like they were going to run away with that game, but here's what happened. They got a lead and then they clung to it. They're like, oh, we got an 11-point lead. Let's just take our foot off the pedal. And look what happened. Steelers came back and slaughtered us. So, here's what we need to do. The Pittsburgh Steelers, look, you diehard Steeler fans, I know you guys are, I don't got nothing against the Pittsburgh Steelers. I really don't. I got a best friend who's been a Steeler fan for 25 years. So, he's watched football longer than I've been alive. So, I mean, I don't have an issue with the Pittsburgh Steelers at all. Let's just get that out there. I like Ben Roethlisberger. I like Troy Polamalu. I like them all. What I don't like about the Pittsburgh Steelers is their goddamn bandwagon jumping fans. I can't stand that. And the Houston Texans right now are on the spotlight for that. That and the Atlanta Falcons. Isn't it ironic the Atlanta Falcons have one of the best records in the league right now and you hardly hear anything about them? I mean, isn't that ironic? Because nobody's a believer in them. I suppose that's the reason why, but I just find that ironic that the two best teams in the NFL right now with the best records, really, you ain't hearing much about them. Well, the Houston Texans, of course, but Atlanta Falcons, you really don't hear nothing about because nobody believes in them. But anyways, that's neither here or there. I got off subject there, but look, the bandwagons, the fucking little kids that jump on the Steeler bandwagon because they have 6 Super Bowl wings, which is great. Wings. Wins is what I meant to say. I got wings on my mind because I had a lot of wings last night. So I correct myself there. Anyways, I'm rambling, but seriously, the Pittsburgh Steelers fans that have been fans for years and years and years, I got no issue with you guys at all. I don't got no beef with the Steelers at all. They're actually a very respectable organization. But, because Ben Roethlisberger's a flat-out beast. I mean, let's be honest. He's a beast. But it's the fucking little kids, the 13, 14, 15-year-old kids that don't know nothing about football that jump on the fucking Steelers bandwagon because they have 6 Super Bowl rings. Those are the fans, the fans, I quote, that I can't stand. That's what makes the Steelers get a bad reputation. It's kind of like like I said, it's the Texans. I've seen 3 kids, well, I don't know if they're kids, but younger than me. I mean, I know I'm not no old man, but I'm not a kid anymore. Oh, they all wear Texan shit. There's Texan shit everywhere now. It's like what? 4 years ago, there wasn't a Texan fan in sight. So I guarantee you they're all bandwagons. So that's the one thing I just don't like about the NFL, bandwagon fans with any team. It drives me crazy. But anyways, so the Bengals need to go in here with their head on straight, bring their A game. The Pittsburgh Steelers, look, without Roethlisberger, the Steelers are a 5-11 team. I've always said that, and I will stick by it. Roethlisberger is literally Pittsburgh's whole team right now, at least their offense. I mean, their defense is physical, but let's be honest, it's nowhere near as good as it used to be back in Super Bowl 43 or 40. It's nowhere near as good. But anyways, the Bengals, I believe, can win this game. I know the Bengals can win this game. The question is, we just need a lot of work right now. I'm taking the Bengals to win this game because they're my team. But would it shock me if the Steelers blow Cincinnati right out of the damn water? No, it wouldn't. Because we're not a playoff team right now. I mean, let's be honest. I mean, we got the offense. We got the offense somewhat. I mean, let's be honest. And the defense is getting better. I mean, they were way better, but we're not no Super Bowl franchise right now. I mean, like I said, considering Marvin Lewis, if we get to the playoffs this year, he has to win a freaking playoff game because he's on the hot seat right now. I don't care what anybody says. I mean, and Marvin Lewis, look, like I said, personal-wise, you may be a hell of a guy, but seriously, Bengal fans, it's time for us to move on. I actually want to give Marvin Lewis the benefit of the doubt. I say if you don't get a big-name coach next year, you roll with Lewis. I give him credit. I actually want to give the guy some credit. I mean, let's be honest, Marvin Lewis did pull this team out of the basement. I mean, we were a 2-14, 3-13 franchise at best, year in and year out. Marvin Lewis turned us into a playoff team 3 years later, so I give him credit. The guy's done a lot, but Mike Brown needs to pack his bags and go. I'm sorry, Mike Brown, I'd say you get rid of Mike Brown before you get rid of Lewis. I'm telling you. Need a new owner. But anyways, so I hope the Bengals can pull this off. If they pull this off, they're for sure in the playoffs, and the Steelers are out. But like I said, when the Steelers have a must-win situation, even though I don't think the Steelers are going anywhere. I mean, let's be honest, I don't think they are. I mean, they're going to play a team like New England and Denver, and that's all it's going to take. But it could be the same thing with us. So, like I said, my expectations for the Bengals, I mean, let's be honest, weren't that high this season. I mean, the fact that they've won 5 out of the last 6 games, that's a shock to me. But let's recap on a couple other games. The 49ers, they were lucky to escape with a win last night, weren't they? If you're a 49er fan, you can't be too happy about that win last night. I mean, you're happy they won, but you guys were up 31-3 on the road and you allowed them to come back and tie you. That's scary. You can't do that. So you guys were lucky to escape with a win last night because Tom Brady, I mean, you never count the New England Patriots out. Never. If you're playing a team like Cleveland or Jacksonville and you got a lead like that, then you're fine. But not Tom Brady. You don't ever consider him out unless it's 59-0 with 5 minutes to go. You don't consider him out. But anyways, what other games? Oh, the Giants. Eli and the Giants. What the fuck? You guys are costing me point spreads every week. I mean, you guys go to Atlanta and get humiliated. Giants, I'm sorry. The Giants do this every year, it seems like. They go 6-2, 7-2, and then they just shut off. It's like they just quit. I don't know why. I mean, in Giants' mind, there's only 8 games a season, apparently, because they just shut off. Anyways, that's neither here or there. I won't be too hard on them because they are a Super Bowl winning franchise, but seriously, Giants, I mean, if we could put you out on a chart right now, it'd be this. Up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. You know, you go from blowing out the Green Bay Packers to getting blown out at Atlanta. I mean, that's like one extreme to the other. Let's see what else went on. Oh, I know there's Viking fans dancing in the street because they beat the fucking St. Louis Rams. Big deal. I mean, I don't mind the St. Louis Rams, but let's be honest, they're young, new coach. It's nothing to brag. Look, Minnesota Viking fans, look, like I said, the bandwagons is what I don't like. I don't got an issue with the Vikings personally, but there's so many bandwagons up here. Do you realize if you guys didn't have Adrian Peterson, you guys would be a 3-13 team because Christian Ponder's complete garbage. I don't care what anybody says. The guy's horrible. So, if you didn't have Adrian Peterson running 200 yards a game, you guys would be nobody. I mean, I don't care what anybody says. Defense ain't even that good no more. But Anyways, wrapping this week in the NFL. The Monday night's game tonight. The Jets do have a slim playoff chance, but a very slim one. They'd have to win every game here on out, which I don't see happening. But they're just a dysfunctional organization right now. So Tim Tebow, I mean, you might as well throw in Tim Tebow, honestly, because what else do you got to lose? I mean, Mark Sanchez ain't doing you nothing. So wrapping it up, people. I'll bring you a week pick sometime this week, probably tomorrow or the next day. And one more thing. This is what I love about South Dakota. Look at all the snow we got. Got a ton of snow out here. Not a ton, but you know, we had nothing last night, so it snowed good. So anyways, people, stay tuned for more videos and see you next week.